Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob's nomination as Barisan Nasional's Prime Minister candidate in the 15th general election is described as a brilliant tactic. Political analyst Professor Dr. Ahmad Fauzi Abdul Hamid believes with the nomination secured, Ismail is able to cement support from the die-hard UMNO supporters as well as those who wouldn't consider voting the opposition.
Ismail Sabri, he's more towards the center, okay, being a bridge, say, between those Malays who support Perikatan Nasional and hardcore Malays, okay, who will, whatever happens, they will support UMNO. So Ismail Sabri has, okay, actually this strength in him. Okay, if you contrast, for instance, with those of the so-called court cluster, okay, Zaid Hamidi, Najib, okay, and so on. And then his strength lies also, okay, in him also being able to bring the religious incline, okay, Malays, okay, from who support PAS, into a form of loose coalition and administering the government, and also being a bridge builder, okay, with even the opposition Pakatan Harapan, okay, in the MOU.
Another advantage that Ismail Sabri has heading into GE15 as the PM candidate is the fact that it was under his administration that a historic MOU between the government and a major opposition bloc was realized. Professor Dr. Ahmad Fauzi Abdul Hamid said this paves the way for the government of the day to push for reforms, while at the same time make it palatable to their voter base.
A very important development was the MOU. Now, the MOU between Ismail Sabri's government, okay, whether you call it BN-led or PN, I don't know. They have differences of views on this. But it's an Ismail Sabri-led government, and PH instituted an agreement whereby some of these reforms would actually be implemented by this government. I know Muhyiddin Yassin also had a last-ditch attempt in August 2021, okay, to strike a sort of an MOU, okay, with PH, especially with certain members from the Democratic Action Party, okay, but that fell through, okay, when people disagreed and people wanted him to go, but Ismail Sabri managed to do that, okay, and reforms, okay, like the limitation of the prime ministerial term to 10 years, for instance, anti-hopping bill. We are slowly seeing this in motion. Okay, and this is taking place not under a reformist Pakatan Harapan government, but under a under an Ismail Sabri PNBN government. Okay, so for those whom the idea of a PH government, okay, is a no-no. Malays, for instance, would try their best to avoid DAP, for instance, okay, for certain racial biases, factors, and so on. Okay, that's the reality that we have to face, okay, in Malaysian politics. Now, for these people, not all are anti-reform. They might be conservative, but they do want some of the reforms, okay, that will provide stability to the Malaysian politics.